Hey guys, I have some free time now, believe it or not. So I am getting a lot of practicing in, and I just wanted to take some time and walk you guys through how I practice, hoping that it can help you have some more efficient and more enjoyable practice sessions. You can probably see that this looks pretty intimidating. Oh, hi cat. That's Moki, by the way. I have two cats. Right now I'm working on all just fundamentals. That's like going to be like my focus for the next few months. Is all fundamentals. The cool thing about fundamentals. Well, let me back up a little bit. So when you practice a piece of music a lot, you get really good at playing that piece of music. But when you practice the fundamentals a lot, you get really good at practicing at playing all music. See the difference? Like you work really hard and you learn one piece of music. Yeah, it helps you get better, but mostly it makes you really good at playing that one piece of music. But when you practice your fundamentals, because the fundamentals are the building blocks of all music, when you practice this, it helps you get better at all music. So that's kind of like the shortcut to becoming a better musician. And that's almost like cheating. It's really cool. So anyway, I'm practicing all my thirds right now for all my major and minor scales. And you'll notice I have a metronome. Yeah, you have to play with a metronome. If you're not practicing with a metronome, you are doing more harm than good to yourself. I'm going to be honest. I have a pencil because I'm writing in my metronome markings, my tempos. So when I come back the next day, I'll know where to start. And I don't know if you can see this in the video or not, but I have pennies on the music stand. The scene right there. And you might be asking now, why in the world would he have pennies on his music stand? And I'll show you. It's this thing called penny practice that I use because it's a little more engaging and it helps me be honest with myself about how fast I should be playing something and when I'm ready to move it to the next level. Let's see it in action. I'm working on my F major thirds, 2 octaves right now, and I have 100 written in my music. So I know that quarter note 100 is where I'm at. But I want to go a little faster. So I'm going to set my metronome to 104. And the idea is every time I play through the whole line correct, I will take one of these pennies and I will move it over to the right side of my stand. So if I play it correct once, that goes over. If I play it correct again, that goes over. Third time in a row, third penny goes in a row. But if I make one mistake, all the pennies on the right side have to go all the way back over and I have to start over. What's really cool about this is it makes you practice with the goal being not to get it right, but the goal being such that you never get it wrong. Because, being able to play it right once or twice in a practice room is great, but if that's all you can do when you get out on stage and you're performing and you're nervous, there's no hope. So you need to practice such that you cannot get it wrong. So let's see what happens. Now, although I didn't play any wrong notes, there was one spot close to the top where I got a little ahead of the metronome and it wasn't very even. So that is not deserving of a penny in my books. I want to be really picky and really specific. So, gotta do it again. All right, I'm pretty happy with that. So I'll move one penny over. Nice, another penny. All right, another one. Yeah, it hurts. It hurts when it happens, but it helps keep you honest. And the actual nice thing is because the more pennies you get over to the right hand side of the stand, the more like invested you are. Like, oh man, I cannot make a mistake, or I will have just wasted all this time. I mean, you're not really wasting time; you're getting better, and that's good. But so because you're so focused in the moment, you can like feel, you can really get a sense for how confident you are in it. Because sometimes I'll play it perfectly, but I'll get to the end and be like, oh man, I don't know how I did that. I felt so close to making a mistake. And that's important to know because maybe that means I am going a little too fast. Or sometimes I'll play it through and I'll be like, yeah, of course I didn't make any mistakes. I know this. That's what you want to be like. That's the goal. Let's. I won't bore you by trying to do it more, but anyway, I hope this gives you some ideas on how to practice. Just remember, have a metronome, super important. Have a pencil so you can write in your metronome marks. One of the most satisfying things in the world, maybe not the world, in practicing, is being able to erase a metronome mark that you used to have and write in a faster one. It's like, I live for that. That's such a good feeling. And then pennies, 5 pennies. They're not very expensive. You can get them for 5 cents. Yeah, good investment. I highly recommend it. Yeah. Happy practicing.